This is Health Check, your weekly guide to better living, smarter choices, and trusted answers. From everyday wellness to urgent health issues, we've got you covered. Health Check, only on Voice of the People Television, where your health
Good afternoon and welcome to the Media News on Voice of the People Television. I am Fina Okechukwu.
And I am Chioma Innocent. First, we'll bring you the headlines. Federal government declares Christmas and New Year holidays.
Presidency declares error on tax laws.
PRP urges National Assembly to impeach President Tinubu if tax breach is confirmed.
U.S. ambassador says visa rules not targeted at Nigerians.
Troops capture notorious bandit in Benue State.
Residents flee Kwara community following new abduction attempt.
In business, FCCPC warns transporters over fare hikes.
In sports, Mauritania has bid to officiate Nigeria-Tanzania match.
And in the world of entertainment, Iniedo begs NFVCB not to withdraw a very dirty Christmas.
Now in the news and details. The federal government has declared Wednesday, December 25 and Thursday, December 26, 2025 as public holidays to mark Christmas and Boxing Day. The government also declared Wednesday, January 1, 2026 for the New Year celebration. The declaration was contained in a statement issued today by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Interior, Magdalena Jani, on behalf of the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo. According to the statement, the minister urged Nigerians to reflect on the values of love, peace, humility, and sacrifice associated with the birth of Jesus Christ. Tunji-Ojo also called on citizens, irrespective of faith or ethnicity, to use the festive season to pray for peace, improved security, and national progress. He further advised Nigerians to remain law-abiding and security-conscious during the celebration, while wishing them a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year 2026.
Still on the Yuletide, Ogun Traffic Compliance and Enforcement Corps has warned motorists against reckless and uncoordinated driving during the festive season to prevent road accidents. The Southwest Zonal Commander of Trace, Adekunle Ajibade, gave the warning while speaking with a journalist in Ota. He said the advice was necessary, stressing that life has no duplicate. Ajibade emphasized the need for motorists to take adequate rest, noting that driving while sleepy could be dangerous. He further implored motorists to obey traffic rules and regulations to maintain safety during the festive season and to avoid drunk driving to prevent unnecessary loss of lives. Ajibade also called for cooperation with Trace personnel and other traffic agencies to ensure a free flow of traffic during the Yuletide period.
Meanwhile, the Jigawa State Command of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has deployed officers across the state's 27 local government areas to ensure a peaceful Christmas and New Year celebrations. The command's public relations officer, Babaruddin Tijani, disclosed in a statement that was made available to newsmen in Duse, the Jigawa State capital, that the deployment covers both regular and specialized units. He explained that the operation involves personnel from the Operations, Anti-Vandal, and Intelligence Unit to provide effective security coverage across worship centers, public places, parks, markets, and other areas of mass gathering. The commandant of the NSCDC in Jigawa State charged officers to adhere strictly to standard operating procedures and maintain professionalism at all times. The command also urged members of the public to be law-abiding and to report suspicious activities to security personnel.
Now, the presidency has responded to the controversy surrounding the new tax laws scheduled to take effect on January 1. This follows calls by former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, and several civil society groups for the suspension of the law's implementation. The debate intensified after a member of the House of Representatives, Abdul Samad Dasuki, raised concerns over what he described as discrepancies between the tax laws passed by the National Assembly and the versions later gazetted and released to the public. Dasuki said the differences amounted to a breach of lawmakers' legislative authority, insisting the gazetted laws did not reflect what was debated and approved. However, speaking in a television interview, the chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Oyedele, dismissed the claims, describing the documents circulating in the media as fake. President Bola Tinubu recently signed 4 tax reform bills into law. An overhaul, the government says, is the most significant reform of the country's tax system in decades.
Mr. Familoni, and here is to view PTV. Keep watching, stay tuned, do not touch that dial.
My name is Made Kuti, and you're watching BOPTV. Keep watching.
Welcome, my name is Zika Davis. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, boys, viewers, everybody, boys and girls. This is VOPTV. Do you know what that means? Voice of the People TV. You don't have a voice, don't come here. You better make sure your voice is heard.
Welcome to the locker room, the home of football talk that matters. I am Jerry Ampelon. Join us every weekday, Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. Nigerian time, as we share the hot takes and hot debates in the exciting world of football. And joining me are the usual suspects, Ikechukwu and Mayowa, as we break down all the hot takes and everything that's happening in the football. Don't just watch football, live it with us. Catch us on the locker room and Voice of the People television at 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And like I always say, if not 20 minutes off, please sport.
And it's Hakim Ziyech who puts the Atlas.
Are you ready for the extraordinary? Something big is happening on your screen. Introducing VOPTV. Now streaming on SLTV channel 264. From breaking news to captivating conversations, news analysis, giving you all sides to the story. We break in-depth discussions on the issues that matter, from politics to sports, entertainment, and lifestyle. VOPTV on SLTV channel 264. Join us as we redefine what television means to you. Voice of the People Television, VOPTV. Now you have more than a voice. In a world where truth is the ultimate power and opinions scream the loudest, it's time to wade through the noise.
Hunger no get drum! Hunger no get religion!
And scan the human interest and trending topics that matter. Stay tuned to The Issues, your plug to the stories making the buzz, from politics to science and technology, social justice, and more. Let's tackle the tough questions and expose the truth. The Issues on Voice of the People Television. Don't just react, understand. Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I, with you in mind We facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I, from social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more, tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The people's voice. Make your voice count.
Good evening, Africa. My name is Bamakore, actor, model, producer, and I'm giving a big shout out to VOP TV, man. Keep watching. Don't change the dial. Thank you and God bless you.
My name is AY, and of course, I represent the voice of the people, and that's why I'm on VOP. AY say so.
Hi everyone, it's your girl Miriam Tima from the Real Housewives of Lagos and the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Africa. Shout out to VOP, the voice of the people. You already know. Stay tuned, keep watching. And don't forget, VOP is the best.
All right, hello, it's about that shaking the man fine back with Melanie Poppy Black Skin Boy. This is VOP TV. If you're not watching VOP, I don't know why you're watching. Maybe you're watching your weight. Bye.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Wale Ojo, and you're watching VOP, Voice of the People.
Hi, guys. You already know who it is. This is New Energy. Flyers boy ever live. Keep watching VOP TV. Thank you.
Hi, people. Ginny Elba. Keep watching Voice of the People.
The red carpets, awards, the razzmatazz.
Welcome back to the Midday News and Voice of the People television. The People's Redemption Party, PRP, has called on the National Assembly to initiate impeachment proceedings against President Bola Tinubu if he's found to have been involved in the alleged post-passage alteration of Nigeria's tax laws. The opposition party accused the executive arm of government of tampering with legislation already passed by the National Assembly, describing the alleged action as a grave violation of the Constitution and the principle of separation of powers. National Chairman of the PRP, Falalu Bello, in a statement noted that any alteration of a bill outside the legislative process amounts to executive misconduct and undermines parliamentary sovereignty. The PRP warned that if evidence links the president to the alleged manipulation, the National Assembly must act without hesitation. Still in the news, the United States ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills, has clarified that recent U.S. visa restrictions are intended to strengthen security procedures and not targeted at Nigerians. Mills spoke in Abuja during a news conference held as part of a visit by a U.S. congressional delegate to Nigeria. He explained that the presidential proclamation set to take effect on January 1, 2026, affects specific visa categories and is part of broader efforts to secure U.S. borders and protect American communities. According to the ambassador, the review focuses on proper vetting and access to credible information during the visa application process, rather than penalizing Nigerian applicants. He added that the proclamation clearly outlines affected visa categories and exemptions, including holders of official and diplomatic passport, as well as individuals traveling for religious work. He urged applicants to consult the U.S. Embassy's official website for details and to use designated communication channels for further inquiries. Also speaking, the leader of the U.S. congressional delegation, Representative Bill Huizenga, said visa reviews are routine measures aimed at improving compliance and cooperation and not punishing citizens. He noted that such reviews are applied to government systems and processes across various regions of the world. The U.S. government reaffirmed its commitment to strong people-to-people ties with Nigeria despite the visa review. Now into judicial cases, the Federal High Court in Abuja has granted an application filed by the federal government to reopen the terrorism charge filed against 5 suspects linked to the notorious terrorist kingpin Bello Turji. Justice Emeka Nwite granted the application in a ruling on the motion on notice filed by the Attorney General of the Federation, seeking an order releasing the charge in the case list of the court. Justice Nwite held that the motion moved by the AGF's lawyer, David Kaswe, was meritorious and accordingly granted. You will recall that the charge was struck out on July 8 by the judge after the defense counsel moved an oral application to the effect for lack of diligent prosecution. The federal government, through the AGF, had preferred an 11-count terrorism charge against 8 defendants, including Bello Turji, who is still at large. Troops from Forward Operating Base Wukari under the 6th Brigade Nigerian Army have arrested a notorious bandit leader responsible for multiple kidnappings and armed robberies along the Benue-Taraba axis. The 6th Brigade spokesman, Lieutenant Mohammed Umar, disclosed in a statement that the arrest of Fidelis Gayama was carried out on December 21 in a precision intelligence-driven operation at Vase community, Ukum local government area of Benue State. Preliminary investigations link Gayama to Togo, a wanted armed group leader, and suggest he headed a criminal network terrorizing travelers along Kente-Wukari Road and surrounding areas. Police have confirmed that Gayama is wanted by the Beji Police Division. Lieutenant Umar said the suspect is now in military custody and will be handed over to the appropriate authorities for further investigation and prosecution. Now, residents of Bayaganile in the Ifelodun local government area of Kwara State are now fleeing the community in droves, following a fresh attempt by bandits to abduct residents on Sunday morning. This development reportedly sparked mass relocation as residents are now leaving Bayagan in droves. Spokesperson of the community, Ayinla Lawal, confirmed the development in an interview with journalists. He lamented that neither the local government nor the state government is helping the community to resolve the matter. The coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP, has criticized politicians defecting to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. Speaking in a television interview, the Secretary General of the CUPP, Peter Ame, said the defectors lack shame and respect for the electorate. He said it is wrong to win election in a political party and defect to another political party. Well, now joining us virtually for the news analysis segment on the Midday News today, we have Ihinose Omwaka. He's a public affairs analyst and a development communication expert. Welcome, Ihinose, and thank you for joining us today.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you. How are you doing today, Ihinose? Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
I'm doing fine. And you? How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Compliments of the season to you.
I wish you same from here.
Thank you very much. Let's begin with the last story I read before calling out to you. The Congress of United Political Parties is saying it is wrong for a politician to win an election in a political party and then defect to another party. Do you agree with them, and do you also agree that this should be criminalized? Maybe in the Electoral Act, maybe you should say if you win an election in one political party, you should stay in that political party. Even if you want to defect, you should wait until your tenure ends in whatever political capacity or position you're in at the moment.
Just like every other Nigerian, if you put the same question to first and foremost, I agree with what the party has said. But the most interesting thing is that the same people who are saying it, if you give them the same opportunity, would they not do it? They will. Because Nigerian politicians, as I've always maintained and I've also said, are all the same. It's just that one person is waiting for his own opportunity to express what he is accusing the other person of. You understand? Instead of criminalizing it, I think it should be what we just need as a people, as a system, is just principled people who are principled. If you do a research from 1999 to date in this dispensation, you will agree with me that there are some politicians who have been very steady with their political choice, despite regardless of what is obtainable out there. You understand? A good example, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has been consistent. You understand? The only time we see a change is not even the issue of the campaign or what have you. It's just an issue of the party merging with another party to become one. You understand? So until we have people who are principled in their affairs, you understand, and taking that principle to their conduct politically, who are the people that will criminalize it? It's not the same people who are benefiting from the same system. So we know that one is just wishing. It's just a wish, which I know will never come to pass, because the same people who are benefiting from this unprincipled and political nature are the same people that will rely that will make that act criminally. So if for that to happen, I always advocate that we should continue to push and support people to become into political office, people who are principled in their general conduct, and will take that their principled nature to their conduct in political affairs. So criminalizing it, I know it's a wish that will not come easily, but what we can do on our part is just to continue to support and push people who are principled. If people check each party, in the PDP, in the All Progressive Congress, in other parties, there are people who have been consistent as members of those parties. Despite the fact that maybe they are not in power, they still remain consistent and supportive of their party. So those kind of people are the people that political parties should be proposing for elective offices, not people who are just seasonal politicians. It's only they always want to associate with people who they want to only associate with the government in power, and regardless of being principled men and women. So that's what I think.
All right, then, Ihinose, while we're looking at all of this, I'd like to draw your attention to something that's been making rounds, and that is Peter Obi actually hitting out at the House of Reps for not criminalizing vote buying. You do know that there is a process of constitutional review ongoing at the moment. Quite a number of things are being looked at by the National Assembly, and some of them are some amendments to the 2022 Electoral Act. And Peter Obi says vote buying should be criminalized. Now, I'm talking about this in respect to what we're already looking at, because when you look at this, all of these issues are under the same umbrella, because it has to do with elections, it has to do with the electoral process, it has to do with the people and the polity. Do you believe that vote buying should also be criminalized?
Long before now, vote buying should have been criminalized. And until those stringent measures are taken against bad conduct during elections, we'll continue to have we'll continue to conduct elections as merely as crime in Nigeria without anybody being caught. You understand? So it's just who comes to benefit from it at the end of the day. Then the other person that did not get the opportunity to benefit from it will cry foul, and all of us will now wait for the next electoral cycle again to see for another person also to cry foul that he has been cheated out from the system. So I agreed with what Peter Obi has said, that vote buying should be criminalized. In short, everything that has to do with the conduct of elections into political office, any deviation from the norm, from what should be criminalized. And apart from it being criminalized, making it a criminal offense, there should also be measures to make people who are being caught are fully prosecuted, you understand, for the crime. So it's just because it's one thing to make it a law, it's another thing for the implementation of. You understand, people who have committed electoral offenses in Nigeria, they are still there in INEC offices. You understand? They are still there enjoying public offices. You understand? They are just out there. So we'll just wait for them again to commit another crime again next time, so that other people who didn't benefit from that crime will always cry foul for it. So until that happens, until these measures are taken, so Nigeria's issue most times, if we look at it, is not the issue of even laws. It is the implementation of that law. You know, until until the judiciary is strengthened and truly independent to prosecute those kind of cases, until.
Are you with us, Ihinose? Well, Ihinose, are you there?
To have, yes, I'm following you. So we'll continue to. I say until all of this happens, until these measures are being strengthened against this kind of nature of offenses, you understand? Until judiciary is threatened to be truly independent, until INEC is threatened to be truly independent of whatever body that sets it up, we'll continue to have it. So the issue is threatening of the Nigerians institution that had to do with the implementation of laws in Nigeria and even the conduct of election. We'll only continue to advocate that these offenses should be criminalized. Even the offenses in the Electoral Act that is operational now, that it's even a criminal offense. How many persons are truly publicly that we say this person has been fully prosecuted for the offenses they committed? You understand? So until that happens, it will just always be a mere wish. You understand? Because the same people that we are hoping that will make these things happen are the same people who are benefiting from it. So how do you not make it possible? So that's always the challenge that we have.
All right, then. Thank you so much. Let's now look at the tax laws that is for many Nigerians. They're waiting for January 1, 2026. Like it seems like it's the day of Armageddon. Now, the People's Redemption Party, that is the PRP, is actually saying that any alteration of a bill outside the legislative process amounts to executive misconduct and it undermines parliamentary sovereignty. They're saying if any evidence links the president to the alleged manipulation of the gazetted tax laws, then the National Assembly must impeach the president without hesitation. Now, as this is coming out, many Nigerians are saying, with the current National Assembly that we have, is it possible that under any circumstances, no matter how dire, no matter how difficult, no matter how terrible, that they can impeach the president? But not just that. Nigerians are asking again, who was responsible if indeed the laws that were passed were different, the laws that were put out, that were gazetted, was different from what was passed by the National Assembly? Who is responsible for this? Who do we hold? Who do we blame? Is it the executive? Is it the legislature? What should Nigerians do before January 1?
This is a very difficult question to answer, in the sense that you're asking what should Nigerians do? What can we really do? Because we are helpless in this situation, because the body is so empowered to represent the people, which is the members of the National Assembly, both the House of Rep and Senate, seems to be helpless. You understand? After that accusation was made at the floor of the House of Rep, until today, I'm not aware, but there's no true picture of what offense has been committed. You understand? The National Assembly seems not to be interested in what was said in the floor of the House, because by now we should be seeing action. We'll be seeing maybe committees set up to investigate what has happened, what was alleged at the floor of the House. You understand? All what we are seeing now is just the people on the side of the executive saying that nothing of such nature happened. That actually the president signed what the president signed were 4 bills on tax reforms. You understand? So, but until this very moment, there's no Nigerian, except maybe I'm not aware of it, but there's no Nigerian that will come and tell you that this is the true nature of what has happened. What was alleged at the floor of the Senate has not been taken far beyond that. By now, we should be seeing certain actions being taken, that, okay, there's a proper panel or maybe a proper committee set up to investigate what was alleged and all of that. You understand? Until that, all of this happens, you understand? Nigerians are just simply helpless, especially when it comes to this. Even the issue about the January 1st, until this very moment, if you go out there and do a voice, you do an opinion among Nigerians, a lot of people don't even know the true nature of what will happen on January 1st. So, some people will tell you that poor Nigerians will not be taxed. Some people will tell you that if you earn social amounts, you are going to be taxed. So people don't know what the true nature of things is. So there is a lot of ambiguity with the sensitization that concerning the January 1st tax, the implementation of the new tax reforms will begin. A lot of Nigerians seems also to be helpless on what the true nature of the implementation be like. You understand? They're coupled with the fact that with the accusation that was done at the floor of the House of Representatives. You understand? So all of this is part of is just part of the sad situation that we are in as Nigerians. The body that is supposed to be truly representative of what of the people are just there doing their own. You understand? So I don't see anything happening from that. It will just be another talk that was done and maybe just kept out. You understand? So until we have a true representative at the National Assembly and even at the various assemblies across the 36 states of the Federation, this will always be the situation of things. And it's just so sad. It's sad that we are helpless when it comes to the plight of the ordinary Nigerians on the streets. Nobody know how the implementation will be like, but there will be an implementation, and nobody know who are those that will benefit from it and who are those that will not benefit from it. So these are some of the questions.
So you're saying that when it comes to this issue of the tax laws, it is shrouded in secrecy. Although Taiwo Oyedele, who is the chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform Committee, has come out to dismiss these whole claims of a difference in the document or in the laws that were passed. He said the documents that are circulating in the media are fake. But Nigerians are very used to this debunking whenever any issue comes out.
So that's the same thing I'm saying. You understand? The allegation was made at the floor of the House of Representatives. And that is what we have until this very moment. Nothing concrete has happened. That's why Oyedele can come out to deny it. You understand? If that person that has done it, maybe the House of Rep has taken it a bit further to say, okay, we are investigating what it is. Well, this is the true nature of things. This is what was actually passed. This is what was gazetted. By now, all of us, both me and you, every other Nigerian would have had a true picture of what it is. But until this very moment, we don't even know what the true situation is. We keep seeing different documents. The other day, I saw one document that that part that was altered was part that has to do with company tax. The other day, I saw it that it has to do with. So there's different story out there, depending on which platform you see it, especially now with even the use of the social media. There's no consistent messaging that people will say, okay, this is the true situation of things. If the House of Rep has taken it a bit further to say, okay, let's truly investigate what has happened. They set up a panel, they do this, invite officials to come and explain. They put out the two documents before the public. All of this misconception will not be happening. So that's why I'm saying that all of this is being shrouded in ambiguity, not even secrecy, because it's already there in the open that this will happen. But there's so much ambiguity with the reform that ordinary Nigerians on the streets, you understand? The ordinary Nigerians who do transact business daily, who do one or two things, make it 5 naira, 10 naira, 20 naira, 100,000 naira daily, don't even know what the true nature of things will be. So what I always say in different forums, I told people that January 1st will just come and will just hit everybody. So it is what anybody sees that they will tell you that it is. So it's the less is the situation of the more you see, the less, or how do they used to put it. So there's a lot of confusion out there. If you just take your camera out there now to sample opinions, you will see that people don't even know what the true situation is. Then we couple that dark accusation that was made by the House of Rep member. Beyond that, nothing has come out. So there's a lot of document that is circulating on the media space that you don't even know what the true thing is, what was actually altered. You understand? That's why Oyedele can come out to deny it. Even what he denied, nobody knows what he's denying. If it's what the House of Rep member said, or it is the document that he himself has seen, or is it the one that other people are seeing? So these are all of the things that need to be properly being projected before the members of the public. So until that happens, I'm sorry to say we're all helpless because there's nothing good that will come out from that the president.
All right, Ihinosa, there are certain Nigerians, notably people like Omoyele Sowore of the Take It Back movement and the Revolution Now movement as well, who have been calling for a revolution in the country. Now, there are some political analysts and ordinary Nigerians who believe that the implementation of these tax laws will be heavy on the people and might be a catalyst for this revolution that some political analysts, that some Nigerians have been calling for. Do you also share that belief?
I do. I share the belief that that people should agitate for a good governance. That people should talk about what governance should be. You understand? But our agitation will always be also mere wish. You understand? If people are not properly sensitized on what the goal of that agitation should be. If I say we should call for revolution, a lot of Nigerians, what they understood as revolution is violent change of government. You understand? The government of the day. But is that what we need now? You understand? Or what should be the nature of the revolution? You understand? Like I said earlier, you understand? January 1st will come. A lot of people, just like what some people will say, even though it's annoying, that Nigerians know how to adjust to situations. You understand? So, but there is a part that you continue to push someone to the wall, and if he doesn't have any chance of, if he doesn't have that, there will be a point that he will be forced to want to resist. You understand? So that moment may come or may not come, but depending on how all of these issues are handled. But when you mention that word revolution, what comes to mind before Nigerians? What is truly that revolution? Even the political class, the government officials, what did they see as revolution? Anytime they heard that people want to revolt, you understand? They are seeing that the people want to remove them forcefully from the position of power. You understand? So the way they react to it is it will be as if maybe there's a war. You understand? So, but I feel that Nigeria should continue to agitate, continue to ask for good and responsible government that listens to the yearnings of the people, and also always see things properly. You understand? And always do things the way it should benefit the larger number of persons. You understand? You understand? Until today, if all of this will have happened, by the fuel subsidy talk already, for instance, should be a tipping point for Nigerians to want to revolt in that sense of it, what that you're saying.
So that's to say there's been many tipping points that Nigerians did not just take advantage of.
Just like many people will always tell you that Nigerians are very resilient people, so we always find a way to adjust.
So the pendulum could swing either way, either towards a revolution or the people just adjust like they always do.
And people adjust and continue to suffer. You understand, for it, because some persons will tell you that why are you talking about revolution now? Is it because it's a Southwesterner that is the president? You understand? Why didn't you say there should be a revolution when it was a northern person that was president? Some people, Nigerians have not been able to agree on what should be revolt against government. Should it be that should it be targeted at removal of the president or of the government in power? You understand? Or should it be that people should demand for better governance, and that better governance we should be able to see certain indices that yes, things are getting better. You understand? Until all of this happens, you understand? You continue. It's like a merry-go-round. People say, okay, no, what we will adjust. You understand? Then the same people are suffering it. The suffering continues. You understand? And we just wish that we continue to wish and hope that things will change. You understand?
All right, then. Ihinose, just before you go, in a minute, I want you to answer this question about what security, many Nigerians are concerned about what security will be like this Yuletide season. Of course, the federal government and security agents are promising that the people can go about their Yuletide celebration, though low-key, and the people will be protected. But many Nigerians are scared of what the roads will be like with the influx of terrorists and bandits into many parts of the country. Kogi State is being ravaged. Kwara State is being ravaged. Let's not even talk about Benue, Plateau, Kaduna, Sokoto, Kano, Borno, and other places that have been ravaged heavily before now. Nigerians are really hoping that we do not get to see or hear of any attack, whether large scale or small scale, during this Yuletide period.
For the past, since Thursday, there have been news about traffic gridlocks on major highways, the Kaduna and Abuja-Kaduna Expressway, Abuja-Lokoja Expressway, Lagos-Benin, and all of that. But in all of this, there are also no news of, there's no news of kidnappings on the major highways happening. So it's likely, I don't know if that's true, it's likely that maybe There's been heavy security presence on that corridor. I've not actually traveled. I'm still in where I reside. So, but we have not been hearing. But just like every Nigerian will always hope and wish that this Yuletide should remain peaceful, as it's seeming to be. You understand that there should not be stories and news of kidnapping and people asking for payment of ransom, people being killed for not being able to raise and pay ransom. You understand? So just like the everyday wish of every Nigerian, that government should be able to be responsible for the protection of lives and properties. You understand? So it's just the wish that every Nigerian just wish and hope for, that government should be alive to its responsibility of protecting lives. You understand? So, which is what we all hope for, and this Yuletide season should not be an exception. You understand? But until maybe we hear anything, I don't think there've been any major incidents that, except maybe on the other side again, we have been back to that era of the silent era where these things are happening and they are not being reported by the mainstream media. So it creates an illusion that the country is peaceful, people are going about their normal duty, but behind the scene, a lot of things are happening. So except people who have gone back to that period, I've not been able. There are no facts that I can point to show that is what is happening. But from what we are seeing, with the gridlock that is happening on these major highways, when I'm seeing them in the news, I'm saying, thank God, they are saying that people are sleeping on the highway because of traffic gridlocks, because of increase in vehicular movement. But we're not hearing that, okay, as people have been traveling, they are being taken hostage by these rampaging bandits across the country. So I just hope that it will be a peaceful situation.
All right then. Innocent, thank you so much for joining us today. We do hope that it will continue that way. Thank you for being a part of the Midday News analysis.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the rest of your day. And compliments of the season once again. You have been watching the Midday News right here on Voice of the People Television. We'll take a very short break and return with more news stories. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Nigeria recorded 33 new confirmed cases of Lassa fever in epidemiological week 49, with the national case fatality rate rising to 18.2% according to the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and Prevention, NCDC. The agency reported that the new infections from Bauchi, Ondo, Edo, and Taraba State brought the cumulative number of confirmed cases in 2025 to 1,069, with 8 deaths recorded during the period. In its Lassa fever situation report covering December 1 to 7, 2025, the NCDC said the 8 deaths translated to a CFR of 24.2% for the week. It added that a total of 9,041 suspected cases and 7 probable cases have been reported nationwide this year, with cumulative details rising to 195, resulting in an overall CFR of 18.2%, higher than the 16.5% recorded during the same period in the year 2024. The agency reported that 21 state and 103 local councils have recorded at least one confirmed Lassa fever case this year. It stated that 4 states, including Ondo, Bauchi, Edo, and Taraba, accounted for 89% of all confirmed infections, with Ondo State recording the highest number of incidents, followed by Bauchi, Edo, and Taraba. According to the report, young adults aged 21 to 30 years were the most affected, although infections were recorded across all age groups ranging from 1 to 96 years. The NCDC noted that cases were slightly higher among males than females and confirmed that no new infections among healthcare workers were recorded during the week under review. And now we take you straight into the world of business, where the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC, has warned intercity road transport operators against arbitrary fare hikes during the ongoing Yuletide travel period. The warning follows a surge in consumer complaints across several parts of the country. A statement issued by its Director of Corporate Affairs, Ondale Ijago, the Commission acknowledged that seasonal demand and operational costs can affect transport pricing. However, it stressed that passengers are entitled to clear and accurate information, noting that fares must be communicated promptly and adjustments applied transparently and fairly. The FCCPC added that the complaints persist despite reports of reductions in the pump price of premium motor spirit in some parts of the country. In another development, the Central Bank of Nigeria says Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves have recorded their first decline in 25 weeks, falling by $263.15 million to $45.21 billion as of December 17, 2025. The drop follows 3 consecutive days of outflows and ends a sustained accumulation that pushed reserves to a 6-year high of $45.47 billion on December 12. Despite the December dip, reserves remain strong, having grown $7.5 billion since June and $3.8 billion over the 11 months to November 2025. Key factors behind the gains include a $2.4 billion Eurobond issuance in November, which partly refinanced a $1.2 billion maturity. Before the decline, Nigeria's reserves provided 13.9 months of merchandise import cover and 9.4 months when services were included. And now to sports. Mauritania's Dahain Beida will officiate today's clash between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. The 2025 Africa Cup of Nations Group C encounter will be played at the Complexe Sportif Dauphin. It will be only the second African meeting between both sides, with Nigeria winning the first 3-1 in the opening match of the 1980 tournament. Meanwhile, Super Eagles winger Ademola Lookman says the team is ready to bring the 2025 African trophy home. Defender Chidozie Awazim also expressed his willingness to play in any position for the team. The player spoke in separate interviews. And now to entertainment, where Nollywood actress and filmmaker Ini Edo has appealed to regulators and the public not to withdraw her new movie, A Very Dirty Christmas, from cinemas, insisting it does not ridicule Christianity. In an emotional video shared on Instagram, she said the controversy centers on the film's title, not its content, and urged critics to watch the movie before judging. She noted that the film was only recently released nationwide and warned that pulling it from cinemas would have serious financial consequences. She confirmed that she had been asked to change the title and said she's willing to comply, while apologizing to anyone offended and stressing there was no malicious intent. Her appeal followed concerns raised by the Christian Association of Nigeria, which described the title as offensive and called for a review by relevant authorities. The National Film and Video Censors Board and FVCB later said it had asked the producer to modify the title while acknowledging public concerns. And that's it on the Midday News on Voice of the People Television. Thank you for watching. My name is Chioma Innocent.
Whether you've been with us through the ups and downs or just joined us for this festive season,
take a moment to cherish the moments you've made and look forward to making new ones on the horizon.
May this new year bring you everything good, everything prosperous.
As we bid farewell to the old year and welcome you to the new year,
May your heart be filled with joy and your home with laughter. And of course, may your spirit be filled with hope.
we'll be bringing you live updates, exciting performance, and inspiring stories throughout the day.
Stay tuned for our special New Year's coverage and let's make this year unforgettable.
Thank you for making us a part of your celebration.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
In a world where truth is the ultimate power and opinions scream the loudest, it's time to wade through the noise.
Hunger no get tribe. Hunger no get religion.
And scan the human interest and trending topics that matter. Stay tuned to The Issues, your plug to the stories making the buzz, from politics to science and technology, social justice, and more. Let's tackle the tough questions and expose the truth. The Issues, on Voice of the People Television, Mondays to Fridays, 8 to 9 p.m. The Issues. Don't just react, understand.
Behind every broken desk lies a broken promise. Education shapes the nations. But who is asking the right questions? Introducing Edu Dialogue, the show that goes beyond the surface, exposes the cracks, the corruption, and the silence in Nigeria's education system. Edu Dialogue, Saturdays, 3 p.m., only on VOP TV. We break the biggest stories, from missing funds to policy failures. We ask the tough questions and demand real answers. Edu Dialogue, this Saturday, 3 p.m. on Voice of the People Television.
Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I, from social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more, tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The People's Voice. Make your voice count.
Hello there, my name is Damilola Ogunsi, also known as the Goldfish.
Hi, my name is Chiki Bright Emmanuel. I'm an actor and a filmmaker.
Hello peeps, my name is Yomi E. Adejimo.
Hi everyone, I'm Paul Utomi.
Hi everyone, my name is Stacey Benjamin and this is Voice of the People TV.
I need you to keep it locked to VOP TV. See, are you looking for good entertainment? You want to get good movies, good music, politics, talk shows, sports and entertainment. You really want a channel that gives you everything you need without you having to run around. VOP is where you are. That's Voice of the People.
If you're not listening to this, you're not one of us. And you deserve to be killed. Scrap chat. Don't be killed, but watch it. Or I'll find you. And I want you.
And you are locked on VOP TV. Don't go nowhere. This is where the juice is. This is where all you need for entertainment, politics, movies, and whatnot.
And keep watching VOP TV.
So keep it locked because I'm locked already, man, and it's money back guarantee. So you're gonna have a good time because I do.
And please keep watching VOP TV.
I won't want to actually, I beg you, subscribe, watch it. If not, whatever you see.
You better not touch that guy because VOP is the plot.
Join us as we drive into the world of politics through insightful interviews with prominent political figures, both serving and former governors, ministers, senators, legislators, party chieftains, activists, and analysts. Get first-hand information into the decision-making processes that affect our daily lives. Highly engaging one-hour program that brings political discourse into focus.
I am Chukwuma Okoro.
Political Lens, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Join us.
The 2564 is coming up on Barney 9, right?
The 2564 Atlantic Tower.
What happens in the hush behind hangar doors? Who signs the papers that gamble with lives? Which truths were grounded before they even ever had wings? If you've ever buckled a seatbelt at 30,000 feet, if you've ever stared out of that tiny window and wondered who's really in control of the skies, it isn't just flight, it's power, it's politics, it's pressure sealed in steel. We're peeling back the clouds from runway risks to sky-high secrets. We're diving deep where most dare not to look. Aviation Scope, every Sunday at 7 p.m. only on Voice of the People TV. We don't just report, we reveal. We don't just ask, we uncover. Because when it comes to the skies, ignorance is turbulence. Aviation Scope, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning.
As the year comes to an end, we want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for your hard work, dedication, and the positive vibe you bring to Voice of the People every day. From all of us on the HR, we would like to say Merry Christmas, a happy, prosperous, and healthy New Year. Thank you.
To know the happenings in the maritime sector, join us on the program Maritime Frontiers on VOP TV as we discuss key areas in the maritime sector from aquaculture, maritime transportation, maritime labor regulation, oil and gas exploration, ferry and passenger insurance, marine pollution and prevention, port operations, and lots more. Maritime Frontiers, exploring Nigeria's blue economy.
This is African News on Voice of the People Television.
VOP TV. Now, you have more than a voice.
This year has been so amazing with you in it. And that's why we're saying from Voice of the People TV, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And we love you.
You've been wonderful all through the year. And this is from us, Voice of the People Television, saying Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year to you all. See you at the top.
This is to wish you a wonderful, spirit-filled and Merry Christmas from Matthew Ugunswada.
This is African News on Voice of the People Television, where we don't just bring you the news, we bring you Africa's heartbeats, the policies that shapes our world, and the economy that determines our future. African News on Voice of the People Television. Stay with us. It's a season of love, a season of joy, a season to celebrate you because you deserve it. From all of us at Voice of the People TV, we only want to wish you a very merry, happy Christmas and a prosperous new year ahead.
How you are doing? Welcome to Spotlight on VOP TV, your favorite hub where we shine the light on creativity, culture, style, music, and purpose-driven people. And I'm your precious baby girl, Precious Agumanu, aka call me Prezi. And yes, we are still in the dirty December season. And I'm sure you're already going to be enjoying yourself like you have started planning, because few days to Christmas. Ooh, I don't know about me. So those who don't plan their Christmas, you understand what I'm trying to say. It's well for you people, but now from, January, now we don't know. Now from December, now we don't know how your January will be. If you are spending, spend wisely. That is my own advice to you. And yes, it's a new day to stay positive, inspired, and grounded. We're bringing you an exciting blend of gist and purpose. So please don't go anywhere. Sit tight while we ride together. And we're going to talk about a lot of things. And trust me, the first we're talking about is American rapper Wiz Khalifa, born Cameroon Jibril Thomas, has been sentenced by a Romanian court to 9 months in prison on drug possession charges stemming from an incident at the beach. So please note that music festival in July 2024, cannabis on stage was found with more than 18 grams of the drug in possession. Prosecutors successfully appealed a lighter April 2025 fine, and on 18 December 2025, the Constant Court of Appeal delivered a final sentence for possession of dangerous drugs without right for personal consumption under Romania's strict drug law. So the ruling marks a dramatic escalation from the initial fine of about 3,600 and reflects prosecutors' views that Khalifa's on-stage smoking normalized illegal drug use in front of a young audience. So it remains unclear whether Romanian authorities, will seek extradition, or if Khalifa will ever serve term, as he is a U.S. citizen and does not reside in Romania. So he was not reported to be in custody at the time of the sentence. So this is a lot. Like, how do people do this? You're coming to, do your thing on stage and you're doing that. I don't think you are giving us a good thing to look at you the way you want us to, see you. But it's actually very bad, because that is not a good one. People out there are watching, and we have young people growing up. People want to be like you. So what would you tell them? Young ones that are growing. It's not nice, actually. Trust me. I think, this actually will bring you, you have to fix your life. I don't know what to say. But then that's just it. And yes, we have a lot of people coming out to say things about young Khalifa, and it's a lot. And trust me, this one not just good. I just feel that people, young ones, are watching him, and him doing that on stage, it's appalling. All right, let's take some comments of what people have actually come out to say about Khalifa. And yes, Wiz Khalifa, let's take some comments about that. And we have a lot of comments of what people have actually come out to say. A lot of people are saying this is really wrong. It's a really wrong move. You don't need to do this. If you want to do your thing, don't do it. It's really bad. So yes, let's take some comments. We have a lot of comments of what people have actually come out to say. All right, we're still talking about that. Right now, a lot of people are doing wrong things and not even thinking of the aftermath. We just do things like we're not just concerned. And come to think of it, we have people that are, even your children go, they see what you go they do. Because right now, the kind of people we would get these days, they are really, sometimes they shock me. You have young children that they are looking up to you. You have your kids. You suppose they do things where go make them. They say, I'm proud of my dad. You understand? I'm proud of my mom. But no, these days, people just come out, do anyhow, behave anyhow, and come to think of it, they don't even care. It's really bad. They don't really care. It's really, really bad. And trust me, it's not a good start for kids, because kids and young ones, they see all these kinds of way our big people they do. Yes, now waiting they see now they fit talk. Oh. You fit tell pikin now say make he sit that like now that one when he stand he go tell you say I want to stand, I want to see what you are doing. If you even tell him to sit down, he tell you that is not the one that they want to do. That is what they do. They are younger children, but it's good that you teach them and you nurture them, because you doing this now, what will you tell your kids? It's not a good one, and trust me, that's in for that. All right, yes, we'll take a short break, and when we come back, we still have a lot of gist. Please don't go anywhere. Stay put.
We are here with the leadership of VOP Television Lagos. We do appreciate this opportunity to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to our viewers all over the world and admirers. Cheers.
You've been wonderful all through the year. And this is from us, Voice of the People Television, saying Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year to you all. See you at the top.
And welcome back, my beautiful people. Yes, we're still on Spotlight on VOP TV, and I'm still your special girl, Precious Agmanu, aka Kombi Prezi. And yes, we're actually talking about a lot of things. People went up, and yes, we're still talking about Wiz Khalifa, about him taking drugs on air. So it's a typical bad one, and I don't support that, because trust me, a lot of young ones are looking up to these people, big celebrities, and they want to, be like them, and doing that on the stage, it's actually appalling. And yes, a lot of people don't come out talk plenty things about this. So please, let's take some comments of what people have actually come out to say. We have a lot of comments, so let's take some. And yes, somebody said, make him go rest. Weed is not legal everywhere. All right. And somebody else said, your tradition is another purpose prohibition. Okay. And this story said, so many people don't read. They just run to comment their opinions. And another person said, Wiz wasn't informed how he won't take run am now. My Shayla is going to prison. Oh, sorry about that. And official Tito said, false info, the decision is not finalized yet. Okay, let's take more and more comments of what people have actually come out to say. And trust me, it's not a good one. I just feel as a celebrity, you have kids, doing things, think before doing those things. Because, see, social media never forgets. Trust me, they forget. Anything where you do like this, everybody, their eyes they choke, they won't know. Trust me, because Nigeria, they like negative stories than the positive ones. So if you even tell them, say, I don't buy it, they know they listen to you. Now the one where you don't do bad, they will come go collect your old tweets, and the rest of them come they post them for you. So if you're going to be living your life, use your head. That is just the thing. And yes, that takes us to our next gist, and we're talking about a lot of things. And the next thing we're talking about is Cross has officially announced his wedding date, confirming that the ceremony will take place on 23rd December 2025. The announcement has been met with warm wishes from family, friends, and well-wishers, as it marks a significant milestone in his personal life. According to sources close to the family, the decision reflects months of thoughtful planning and joyful anticipation as Cross prepares to begin a new chapter filled with commitment and togetherness. So while specific details regarding the venue, guest list, and associated celebrations have not yet been disclosed, it is understood that the further information will be shared in due course. So the upcoming wedding is expected to be a meaningful and memorable occasion, bringing loved ones together to celebrate the union. Cross the balls. I don't talk this thing. I say plenty. See, plenty weddings this year. Even when we down there December, this obule season is going to be hot. Hey. Everybody is going to be. See, just activate your dirty December plans, because what is going on? A lot of weddings, and it's something to be happy for. And yes, congratulations to Cross. It's actually beautiful. Yes, a lot of people have actually come out to say things concerning Cross the Boss, because trust me, what is not here to be loved? See him holding his wife. Wife to be, not wife yet, but it's actually beautiful saying this. So please, let's take some comments of what people have come out to say. A lot of people are saying congratulations to Cross, and yes, it's a beautiful one. And Kevin Black Comedy said, no one is coming, bro. You are going to face it alone. Congratulations. Actually, that video really made me laugh, because what is help? Why are you shouting help, Cross? I need to ask this question. This help, where they shout now? Now help, say make they can't help you. They're not carrying you be that now. You are not in the market again. You have left the market. So it's a good one. Don't be shouting help anyhow. See, ladies are everywhere. Oh. Don't try yourself. Please, this one is okay for you. We like her like that, actually, but this is beautiful. So yes, let's take more comments of what people are saying. And somebody said, Saga De Olu said, love it. We wouldn't love it. And yes, we have a lot of comments. Let's take more and more comments of what people are coming to say. But trust me, this year, even our celebrities are doing the most. They are really doing the most. Because if you look right, wedding, if you look center, engagement, Jesus. See, it be like saying that this year where God say, everybody, you must marry this. If you not marry this year again, OT law is finished. You're not going to see on. But please, allow the singles to breathe. We want to be breathing in fresh air. We too, we get hearts. I beg, no one know they pepper us, because what is all this? Cross come out that they say, if you never marry, you go marry. Don't worry, brother. The men, they are coming, the single ones, they are coming. And we that are also single, don't worry, we are going to be fine. We're going to come soon. Don't come and be peppering us, because it's too much. All right, let's take more comments. We have a lot of comments of what people are saying. And somebody said, we wouldn't help you, please. No be this kind of thing with the help person. I be you. You want to go put match for husband and wife matter? Take and play first. All right, she said, they play. All right, she said, congratulations, your home is blessed. Do well to order small chops from us. All right, please, why don't you just advertise our business? Okay, another person said, God saved you already. God saved you already, bro. I don't understand. Why I take God save him already? And don't marry him now, so may he carry your wife, they go. All right, I am Diamond said, woman, don't they carry you, they go. Go where you know no. Have you see something more skilling, man? But it's well. And Rachel Neka said congratulations. And yes, a big congratulations to Cross the Boss. And yes, trust me, we've been talking about a lot of things. And we'll take a short break. And when we come back, we have a guest joining us today. And I'm sure you don't want to miss every bit of it. Please don't go anywhere. Stay put.
ẹ̀yin tèmi ní nàìjíríà lókè òkun mò ń kí yín fún kérésìmesì ọdún yìí á yabo fún wa o gbogbo àlàrí bá ti ṣe tààrọ̀ náà gbégbá o. I wish my fans all over the world in Europe, America, Australia, everywhere a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Catch ya next year.
As the year comes to an end, we want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for your hard work, dedication, and the positive vibe you bring to Voice of the People every day. From all of us on the HR, we would like to say Merry Christmas.
This is to wish you a wonderful, spirit-filled and Merry Christmas from Matthew Ugunswada.
This year has been so amazing with you in it. And that's why we're saying from Voice of the People TV, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And we love you.
You've been wonderful all through the year. And this is from us, Voice of the People Television, saying Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year to you all. See you at the top.
Yes, welcome back, beautiful people. And I'm still your girl, Precious Akmano. And yes, we are still here on Spotlight Show on VOP TV. And yes, we have a guest joining us today. So yes, joining us today is a musical artist who blends energy, emotion, and originality into every track. Trust me. And his originality into every track, known for a distinctive sound that fuses modern rhythms with bold creativity. And trust me, he brings music that connects instantly and leaves a lasting expression. With a growing presence and a passion for pushing boundaries, he's an artist to watch as they continue to make their mark on the music scene. And he is no other person than Tuta! Woo! Welcome to the show.
I appreciate you.
See the steez and the composure. Oh, shit! So how you feeling? Tell me.
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. So how's the week been for you? You know, we have had the Saturday, we had the Sunday. You know, a lot of this is dirty December, seriously. So everybody is preparing to pepper everybody.
Yes, no,
so how's it been for you? Trust me. No, I like to know.
It's been very very busy for me. It's been very busy for me.
Okay.
Because a lot
busy
of
in what
shows.
aspect? Is it the oble aspect, the party aspect, or the work? I don't know. So explain. We want to know the busy aspect.
There's sometimes where you get the obele, but I still need to ginger myself with the obele side of it. But it's mostly working, Abi. But don't worry.
So you need to work to make the cash too.
Yes, now.
Every time. See, the money is important, as you're working, but you know, have time to rest, have time to play. It's not all work. Our work and no play makes who?
No be lie.
All right, please would like to meet you. For people that really don't know who you are, so please would you introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm Tuta. I'm a UK-based artist, but I've come to Nigeria to feel the authenticness of the culture. To get to, you know, because I was born in the UK, I have to come back to learn my roots to now infuse the genre that I'm trying to bring forth, which is UK drill and Amapiano infused together, yeah.
Ooh.
So that's me.
So tell us, how have you been doing music? How long have you been doing music?
Well, for taking it serious,